Judgments, value judgments concerning life for or against, can, in the last resort, never be true. They possess value only as symptoms. They come into consideration only as symptoms in themselves. Such judgments are stupidities, meaning there is ultimately nothing as value judgment at all. There has never been any kind of valuable, moral, authentic, sovereign, independent, and distinct judgment from or by anyone in the world at all that is again in turn moral, psychological, developmental, mature, and sovereign in his character, nature, and behavior, because everyone has always been flawed. People always error and commit one mistake after another despite awareness, ignorance, and learning from their past stupidities. They continue to dwell in their ego, arrogance, and persist in their stupidities, ignorance, and dualities of behavior and multitude of action, wants, lust for external validation, possession, wealth, success, education, fame, and whatnot. And therefore, judgment cannot be considered to be true, because judgments already have lost their essence, a clarity, quality, consideration, and sovereignty. In the modern context of society, public sphere, education, religion, there is no sound to moral, mature, responsible, and sovereign judgment from or made by anyone in the world at all, because the people themselves have become ignorant, stupid, envious, unhappy, miserable, and lustful, possessive, obsessive, and avaricious in nature, that they constantly and always are plotting against one another for their downfall and destruction in one way or another. So in that sense, there is no judgment at all, and there has never been any kind of sound, sovereign, independent, and unaffected judgment from anyone in the history of humanity. So all of mankind has always been making impulsive, ignorant, envious, and mediocre judgments one after another, either because of their unresolved chaos, unaddressed needs, or ignored, overlooked, and refused psychological problems that again resurfaced in their actions and decision making, that ultimately led to dangerous judgments, or because of external circumstances and compulsions. So there could not be any sound, sovereign judgment, and there is never going to be any judgments of value, character, authenticity, morality, integrity, maturity, responsibility, sovereignty either, because the people themselves have lost who they are, what they want to be. In the modern world,